get real-time Secretary of State data. So we offer real-time, as in whatever reflects on the Secretary of State, we are going to have it for you. We can even get screenshots. So that data will be there available as screenshots, documents where it's available, officers where it's available. We're going to get all the data that you can get from the Secretary of State. We can get it. We have integrations into all 51 states. And when a business registers, when they start, they have to register their business. And the Secretary of State tracks things, especially, this is what most people want, is things like the status, like is the business in good standing? And this is to help them assess risk. The big things they're looking for are fraud. Is this business real or is it not real? We went through and we did a research project where we wanted to find all the different statuses that exist with the Secretary of State. We found 402 different statuses in all 50 states. This is kind of a big deal. Let's say that you, as the savvy commercial underwriter you are underwriting a business for a commercial loan, and you see the status come back from the Secretary of State as suspended. What does that mean? Is that a concern? Should you hold off on this loan when everything else looks great? Well, we're going to talk about this more in this video. So it's really important that you understand the different statuses that each Secretary of State provides and what they mean. Today, we're going to walk through the statuses specific to a certain state. Illinois' 9 business entity statuses you need to know. Number 1, active. The business is currently operational, compliant with all legal requirements, and recognized as a valid entity by the state of Illinois. This status generally indicates a lower risk for lenders, as it suggests the business is meeting its legal obligations and maintaining good standing, which can be a positive indicator of financial responsibility and operational stability. Let's proceed to number 2. Withdrawn. The business has voluntarily ceased its operations in Illinois and has formally withdrawn its registration with the state. Lenders should be cautious when considering loans to withdrawn entities, as this status indicates the business is no longer operating in the state, potentially impacting its ability to generate revenue and repay debts. Number 3, voluntary dissolved. The business has been formally dissolved by the decision of its owners or directors, meaning it is no longer operational and has been officially closed. This status signifies a high risk for lenders, as the business has ceased operations and is unlikely to generate income or have assets available for loan repayment. Let's proceed to number 4, terminated. The business entity has been officially ended either through voluntary action or by reaching the end of its legal life or purpose. Lenders should avoid extending credit to terminated entities, as this status indicates the business no longer exists legally and has no capacity to enter into new financial agreements or generate income for loan repayment. Number 5, revoked. The business's authority to operate has been revoked by the state due to failure to comply with certain legal obligations, such as filing annual reports or paying fees. This status raises significant red flags for lenders, as it indicates non-compliance with state requirements and potential financial instability, increasing the risk associated with lending to such entities. Let's proceed to number 6, not good standing, NGS. The business is currently operational, but has not met certain state requirements, such as filing deadlines or fee payments, and is at risk of further penalties or dissolution if not rectified. Lenders should approach NGS businesses with caution, as this status suggests potential financial or operational issues that could affect the business's ability to meet loan obligations. Number 7, merged consolidated. The business has been merged with another entity or consolidated into a new entity and no longer exists as a separate independent entity. Lenders should carefully assess the new entity resulting from the merger or consolidation, as the financial stability and creditworthiness may differ from the original business, requiring updated risk assessment. Let's proceed to number 8, involuntary dissolution. The state has dissolved the business due to its failure to comply with mandatory legal requirements, such as failing to file necessary documents or pay required fees. This status indicates a high risk for lenders, as it suggests significant non-compliance and potential financial difficulties. Number 9, dissolved. The business has been formally closed and is no longer operational. This can be due to voluntary action by the owners or through state action like involuntary dissolution. Lenders should avoid extending credit to dissolved entities, as they no longer have legal standing or the ability to generate income, making loan repayment highly improbable. All right, let's look at an example if we wanted to do something like this, and kind of how Cobalt Intelligence can help you with this. This right here is an example using this API. Now, Cobalt Intelligence is an API first, where the idea is that you can get all this data via API and get it integrated right into your system. Let's say you search for this business, 109 Franklin RC in California. So we're gonna hit send, and this is what we get back. Now, the status is suspended FTB, and this right here, specifically for California, is the Franchise Tax Board, which means it's delinquent with its taxes in California. Not enough to be terminated, but enough to put it in suspension. So this is somewhat of a risk here. Now, this could be hard to go through because, like we said, there's 402 different statuses out there. So what you can do is use this normalized status where we go through and interpret these things and we mark it as inactive. And we're gonna put those as two different options. It's either gonna be active or it's going to be inactive. And so then you can programmatically, as you integrate this into your API and as this is processing through your software, you're gonna get a feedback that says, hey, this business is active or inactive and may prompt further note. So it can kind of take it down certain paths. Now, if I was building this, I would use that as, like I said, a programmatic decision maker and put it in the this needs questioning right here. If it's inactive, I'm gonna automatically put this in stipulations where someone's gonna have to go and follow up further. And then you could display this string of suspended FTB, and then your underwriters could go through and check it and say, okay, this is something we need to dig further into, and this, or maybe not, or maybe we just decline the file altogether. I hope this has been helpful for you to see how these different statuses in the state can really vary and how it can be different for you and impact your business. I invite you to try the Secretary of State API. We have a free trial that it comes with, so you can go ahead and try it out. We also offer paid pilots, so you can try out a big number of searches and see really if the data is something that can be helpful for you. I'm Jordan Hansen. If this has been helpful at all, hit that like and subscribe button. We will help you out with what you're trying to do. Thank you.